Welcome to another episode of Truth and Banter. Yeah, the guys are back again after a chaotic episode the last time. Guys, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts on the last episode? Did any of you listen back?
I listened about 5 times.
You listen five? Ah, when you can't listen 5 times, that's shocking. I don't know how you felt listening to yourself.
No, it was hard listening to you, to be honest.
Listen to me.
There were times I wanted to even just call you
Eh?
and call Prince Ademuyiwa.
Well, now this guy will call for you. What's the name of this guy for Delta State? I forgot his name. And now I will and now I will call for you. So, anyways, guys, so welcome all again to another episode. This is episode 6. Yes, we're going in strong. This is the 6th episode, and you guys can follow us on social media platforms, Truth and Banter, on Twitter, YouTube, and Spotify, where you can catch our previous episodes. We're going to start this pod with the FA Cup. FA Cup is ongoing at the moment, and teams are already getting dropped off. Some teams they're already on a honeymoon in Dubai, sponsored by Man United. But it seems like Chelsea also are going to be on that honeymoon. Maybe they will go to Saudi Arabia, and Chelsea has just been knocked out by Brighton. Okoyinka, what do you feel about Chelsea? Did they impress? Did they unimpress? What's the problem with Chelsea? How did they fare today?
To be honest, I don't even know where to start from. But I think the problems Chelsea have at the moment is, for me, I think it's just down to the owners, to be honest. Because this is January that has just gone past. The same problem that we faced, we still have those problems. We don't have a striker. We don't have a recognized striker. And we'll blame Jackson. And anytime Jackson is not playing, we miss Jackson.
So what's up with Nkunku though? I mean, what happened today? He got his chance.
In fact, I was not surprised. Nkunku has said it before that he's not a striker and he does not want to play in that position. So he's only a stupid coach and a stupid director and all of them that would not prioritize getting a striker when the person you think should be your deputy striker says, I don't want to be a striker. I don't want to play in that position. At least most times he was dropping deeper than even Caicedo sometimes.
But they recalled Fofana. They had Gay on the bench, and none of them.
Fofana was recalled because he's now out of the season actually.
Yeah, really? No, not really because he could.
Yeah, because
add to bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. In other results, the Man United also went through to the next level thanks to an offside goal in Fergie time. What's his name? The coach of Leicester, Wood Van Nistelrooy, he said they didn't lose in Fergie time. They lost in offside time. So, what do you think about refereeing decisions that has happened in this round of the FA Cup and the fact that there's no VAR? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think VAR should be permanent across all levels of football competition?
Okay, so I always maintain the stand. VAR should never be scrapped at any point, as long as the game is an important game. We've seen, even with VAR, how horrendous some of those decisions from both the referee and the people in the VAR room, some of those decisions they make. So now imagine not having VAR. It would be catastrophic. And of course, just like Van Nistelrooy said, that goal would not have stood if there was VAR. You understand? Although I do not buy the idea of saying that the offside time nonsense. I mean, virtually every team in the EPL has had to face, even while there was VAR, has had to face some terrible VAR decisions. There's no team. I don't think there's any team that has not, had it their own way and the other way around. So that is comment. Well, I understand. It's not always nice when you're at the, end of opposite, at the other end of defeat. However, I think that VAR should be used for FA Cups. It's very
essential.
Yeah, it's
all right. So I'm going to bring B in right now. Man United again have struggled and have gotten the match over the line at the death, but it looks like you guys are not playing well. The fans are complaining. What seems to be the problem with Amorim? Is Amorim a problem, or what exactly is the problem with Man United? Why are the fans not happy with him at the moment?
Apparently, we are quick to blame the coaches every time we play rubbish. But this time, I'm going to blame the coach because tactically he got it wrong. The starting 11 was wrong. I don't know what they do in training. It's horrendous. And sometimes, if a coach can play the same pattern every time, I don't think he's a good coach. He should have different patterns for different games. I play a football manager and I have different patterns for different games. I'm not a coach. So I expect him to have different patterns for different games. And since you don't have the players to play the style you want to play, I think you need to manage the players you have, play the style they can play till the end of the season, get some win and get some players. So we can, if we don't get to Europe, we can't buy anybody. So it's I don't know what's going on. We need to
So what did he get wrong in the starting lineup? What are these issues? What does he do exactly that is wrong?
Probably starting level is wrong. We've been fine all season. We need a left wing back. We need a left wing back. Then we buy a left wing back, playing at right wing back.
Yeah, but that's why he plays at Lecce though. If you look at his
Dalo has been struggling on that left wing back for a very long time. He's been struggling. If you watch all our games, every team usually leave Dalo alone. Don't worry, when you pass to it, it's a trap. Pass to him, then we get the ball. Every time Dalo gets the ball, he loses it immediately.
You don't think it's intentional that Dalo is playing on the left and a left footer is playing on the right? You don't think it's intentional by the coach?
It's intentional, but it's rubbish. It's not making sense. We're inviting a left wing back.
That's why he did in Sporting now. Why is it so surprising to Man U fans right now? But that's exactly how he plays in Sporting.
But it's not working. Sporting is different from Man United.
Okay.
Championship is different from Portugal League. It's different, so it's not working.
Okay, so
this is the same way. And Terry started last season. He lost his first 2 games. He went to play his style of play. He lost the first 2 games and reverted to the team the way that suited the team he had.
Okay,
and we won game.
Okay, no problem. How far do you think Man United would go in the FA Cup? I think just you, Man City, probably. I think is Liverpool in there. Those are the big teams or the bigger teams who are in there. How far do you think you guys are going in the FA Cup?
I pray Man City goes and beat Liverpool. Then I get to face Man City again and we beat them.
What if you face them in the next round? But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, we'll move on to the next topics, which is the EFL Cup that was played. I mean, the semi-final second legs were played over the week. We saw Liverpool beat Spurs, and Spurs, they had new signings. They brought them on. They were leading that tie by 1-0 from the first leg, but it looked like it was always going to be tough for them, right? So I'm going to bring in OPK in. How did Liverpool fare against? Did you think Spurs were going to, throw a surprise, retain that lead, or you expected Liverpool to make it through?
Yeah, I expected Liverpool to make it through, but I didn't expect it to be that easy for them anyways. But I think Tottenham coach got his tactics wrong that day. At the start of the game, he wanted to defend. And defending against Liverpool without... Actually, I don't know what is wrong with Son this season also, because he was useless in that game. Kulusevski also was useless. So defending was not working for them. So I expected him at 1-0 to probably go back to his normal tactics and maybe they could put off a fight or something. But yeah, the Liverpool was just too good for them. They were too good for them. And from the first minute, they didn't have any chance against that. I was just surprised it was up to 4.
Do you think Postecoglou, do you think he's going to last to the end of the season, or do you think he's going to get the sack?
I think he's going to get the sack. I think the sack is going to come very soon.
Okay, and
because most times it's not about just losing; it's about the way you lose.
Yeah, but they have a lot of players out though. If you look at their injury list, like there's quite a number of their first choice central defenders who have been important. When they started the season, the way they started the season, they've been an integral part of it. Before they signed this new Danso guy now, they've been playing people who are not actually centre backs in there. They had the midfielder, they've had Davies, unusual pairings in that centre back. But should we cut them some slack? Because of these issues.
That's part of the manager's job all day. Because team management is also what you sign up for. It's not just winning when you have the best player. No coach is going to have his best 11 available every time. What do you make do when you don't have those players? At least you can't tell me that even Tottenham's second team, I think the FA Cup game before this round, they played maybe a 6th division league or something, and they needed an extra time to win that game or something. Yeah, so you can't tell me even their second team should not be better than a sixth tier team. So I think it's just about. I think it's actually because even him, I think he's losing it. He's always very aggressive during interviews and stuff like that.
He barely looks at the camera now. He's always looking down.
Yeah. He looks lost, to be honest. Because if you watch him on the touchline, he's probably looking down or looking sad.
Yeah.
I think he's not going to last.
Maybe he's going through his own divorce. He never can tell because Pep these days.
I think Maresca too might be going through his own.
I beg, we cannot choke. Possibly because most of these coaches, nobody understands what's going through their mind when they make some decisions. That's fine. So we'll see how they fare because he said in his second seasons he's always winning something, but now he's been knocked out of the EFL Cup. But he's still in the Europa League? Well, yeah, they're in the Europa League, but I don't know how far they can go in that since Man United are in that. Or are Man United not the favourite? Sure. Are they not the favourite for Europa League?
We are not.
Who is not the favourite?
To get... See, if we play Tottenham in the Europa League, we're going to get knocked out. As bad as Tottenham.
Are you sure?
That's
you guys are dragging. You are dragging position in the EPL. You are both as bad as each other.
No, Tottenham are better.
Really?
See, the way Tottenham plays, you still see some things in them. Tottenham scores goals. We don't. We hardly do. In fact, that was why I saw that City 2 goals that we had as a miracle. Like, wait, we actually score at City 2 goals, 2 good goals. Here? Did you not watch our game against Crystal Palace? Did you watch our game yesterday? Yeah. It's terrible. When I say terrible.
That's a valid point because United have actually scored 28 Premier League goals. Tottenham has scored 48. That's a lot. That's 20.
You see the difference.
But even though your defenses are similar, but United is on -6 goal difference. Wow, that's an eye opener. All right, cool. We're gonna move on to the Arsenal game and Newcastle. They jar Arsenal. That would skip my mind, but they knocked out Arsenal in the second leg. Dele, I'm going to beg you on here. What was the issue with Arsenal? You guys had just won Man City. You gave them a thrashing 5-1. It looked like you guys were in high spirits. What was the issue with the Newcastle game?
In the last podcast, I said that the game is over already. We have a very bad
squad.
Not squad. We have a very bad history at St. James. So I already gave it that the game was over already. But at least I expected a little fight, maybe 1-1 or something. I didn't expect it to be that flat. But like I said, I go back to the other podcast, the previous podcast. I said Liverpool were going to whitewash Spurs in their house, and Arsenal is not coming back for us because you don't lose at home first and expect to go and do a miracle.
So, but what could have been done differently, though? What do you think?
Nothing. You already lost the first game. Losing the first game already, you are under a lot of. Arsenal are more vulnerable when we attack too. Like every team are vulnerable when you totally attack, especially when you're away. You're losing 2 already. You expect the first 10 minutes of the game, there's going to be a fight. There was no fight. Instead, they scored and VAR cancelled it. They scored 3 goals that day. 1 was cancelled.
No,
maybe
you know what I was asking about what could have been done differently. The reason I ask is, and I know we talked about the window already, and we said, you guys
regardless of the striker, even if we have signed a striker, it doesn't mean the squad is team.
Not just the striker. I'm just saying the transfer window was an opportunity to strengthen, right? But
regardless of the transfer window, I don't think that game would have gone anywhere. Number one, those boys played against Man City like it was a final because of whatever was between
the 2 of them, or they were
whatever was said in the first
basically.
Right. The against Newcastle, it looked like everybody's legs were gone. Martinelli is injured now. This one's pulling this, so there's not, even if you sign 4 players, are they coming straight into the starting lineup?
Okay. All right, that's fine. So nothing could have been done to avoid the results, which is fine. But either way, we have the final. It is Liverpool versus Newcastle, and it will happen Sunday, 16th of March. And Yeah, because of this, there will be double game weeks in the people that play FPL. You guys are playing FPL, so just look forward to your double game week so that you can take advantage. We are going to move on to Spain, La Liga. Something is happening in La Liga. There's the heavyweights, which is Real Madrid. It's always weird when when the small teams or the small players make complain about referees in La Liga, and people just brush it off and say it's nothing, it's okay. But now it's Real Madrid who are doing the talking. All right, so just a backstory. There's been a back and forth in the media space about refereeing decisions, improvement to referees. Ancelotti has been vocal about that. But the La Liga president, hit back and said, "Oh, Madrid had all the opportunity and chance to, make some offer their thoughts on the board that they were in, but they did not make all these things." But before we even delve into this topic, I found something very, very weird. The La Liga president is actually open and says he's a Real Madrid supporter. He's open about it. He said it in several interviews that he's a Real Madrid supporter. Should that be allowed for someone who is holding such a position? Should it be able to openly be vocal about his allegiance to Real Madrid?
So ethically, it's wrong. You do not. In fact, if he had gone to say it in his closet and someone had a recording of that and publish it out, he should either he resigns or he's sacked. It is ethically wrong. You do not. I mean, it's like saying, you are your own auditor and you want to audit yourself. I mean, I have a serious link with you, Lala, and then I'm the judge, and they brought your case to me. Of course, you and I know what happens now. So now,
yeah, but that's the refereeing board, though. Isn't that the refereeing board? Like, then there's a league of referees. There's a board for the referees, which is different from the La Liga president, right? Tebas is the La Liga president. He doesn't necessarily make those decisions, though.
He is possibly either the president or the chairman of the referees board, right? Don't forget, the referees officiate the game. There's conflict of interest already. Somehow you can use your position to influence the game. So you shouldn't have gone out or even in your closet say it. Well, you can say it in your closet if nobody will hear it or see any sort of evidence, But as long as the evidence is out there,
it shouldn't be allowed.
It shouldn't be.
So it's been established that this guy is a Madrid fan. He said it in several interviews. But now he's going head to head with Real Madrid and their coaches. He's saying they've lost their minds. Is he trying to prove his integrity, or is he actually doing his job as he should be doing it? We know that, like Shaw said, it looks like he shouldn't be allowed. Whatever he's doing shouldn't be allowed because he's been openly a Real Madrid supporter because he feels conspiracy and all that. But right now he's going against Real Madrid. Is he doing his job as he should be doing it, or he's just trying to prove something like his integrity, like I said?
Yeah, so I think he's trying to prove, although he has said it before, it was an interview I saw sometimes. I said that being a Madrid supporter has never affected his neutrality when it comes to decision making. And I think he has proved it because he actually really, really, really came at Madrid for the attempt, because he said they are even arming the Spanish Football Federation, because this is not their first time of coming. And I find this surprising because, a lot of people think they favor Real Madrid actually.
Yeah.
So for Madrid to now come, and the funny, I found it funny today that the penalty Madrid got today against Madrid today is actually the first penalty they considered this season. So I really don't understand. So I think I understand where the president was coming from, because I don't think they have that moral justification to come for the referees, whereby most neutral fans think that decisions in that league actually favors them more than any other team.
Yeah,
but yeah, for me, I think
big boys.
Yeah, but I think he has done very well. Being a Madrid supporter, and he's still. I think that would be very hard to find in this part of our country. But he has done very well.
Okay, so I want to bring in Dele here now. What I see here is, for example, with that penalty. Well, firstly, I want to hear your thoughts about the penalty against Madrid today. Did you see the penalty, Dele? Or you didn't?
No. I'm just trying to find it.
Diola, did you see the penalty?
Oh yes, I saw it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Is that a penalty, one, and two? could we say that the mere fact that they are going head to head with referees publicly and they're questioning the integrity of referees, do you think this is playing in the mind of some of these referees and they're being overly harsh on Real Madrid at the moment? Bearing in mind that, this penalty that they've considered is the first penalty they've considered in a long while. Is it bringing the referees back to their senses?
Madrid has been done again in this game by poor officiating. The last match they lost against Espanyol, they had 2 clear-cut penalties. And there was a tackle from one of their defenders who actually scored the winning goal for Espanyol. That was a clear red card. So if Madrid go out and complain, they have every right. Like you said earlier on, where Man United won via offside. We've seen decisions that have gone against Man United as far as we are this season. In fact, the last 3 years, we've seen terrible decisions. So if they get one lucky, I don't expect anybody to complain.
Okay. So the reason why I wanted to even ask Dele that question is it was just playing in my head today. Is it that when you go publicly against referees, this is what happens to you? The more and more decisions won't swing your way. Dele, I don't know if you found that clip. Have you been able to see the penalty?
Yeah, obviously you are questioning the authority, so you expect them to react. So it's normal. You are trying to, you are downplaying their importance in the game. So you expect that. It's normal. You see Mourinho against other journalists. You see how he's always it's normal. So I'm not expecting anything less from the referees.
So this incident that is happening, maybe is rejigging the senses of the referees because.
But wait, are you saying this is is this a penalty?
It was given as a penalty against Madrid.
No, accent now. That people would say
it's not a penalty. Really. Go and watch it well. Go and watch it well.
So, Dele, do you think it's a penalty?
The player stretches like what I didn't watch the game. I'm watching the highlight now. What they're showing me now is it Tuchinami? Who's that wearing 14? He stretches his leg. He missed the ball, but that's a stamp.
Okay,
so I don't know what are they complaining here.
Okay, so
it's obvious. Maybe you need to go and watch the VR view here. He missed the ball. He stamped on the player's feet.
On the player's feet. Okay, so OPK, I already see you typing in the chat.
I don't understand what.
Do you think it's a penalty, OPK?
So I think this is going to actually drag us back. But then I actually feel it's also a very harsh penalty, considering the fact that the ball already left by that time that contact was made. The contact is also very soft, and the player actually even lost the ball way longer after a match, after he stepped on him. So I think all these things are actually bringing football to a level whereby
the question is, was there a contact there?
So
you are saying
that was why I said
two different things. If it's not given, it's fine. If it's not given, it's fine.
I say that this is actually going to take us back to our last week conversation, because last week I was saying that contact. I was saying contact should not mean penalty. Right? But I think we have got to a point whereby referees interpret it as, is there a contact? Then yes, penalty, which I think is actually very harsh on defenders, very, very well. Yeah, so for me, I think it should not be a penalty. But yes, if it was blown, I'm sure VR would not have overruled it.
To be honest, the angles I've actually seen for this penalty, they don't really help me. Maybe someone can send me a link that they see. What I see here is a player attempting to go for a ball. The ball's past him, but what you see here is a follow through, and I don't think follow throughs, especially when you're not in control of the ball, you're not getting to the ball. It didn't affect you from getting to the ball. It's something that happened after you've challenged for the ball. If it was before the ball, I would have no problems with this being a penalty. But the players actually attempted the ball. That's the way I actually see it. So, do you see it any other way?
Okay, so this is a very interesting topic that I'm actually interested in, because we've argued about something like this very often. Now, I don't know about B, but every other person on this call, I've been on the space with me where I said it several that the game has gone extremely soft. Any sort of contact now in the box, the referee points to the center of the arc, penalty. No, football is a game of contact, for God's sake. That is quite a soft penalty. If the ball was still within the range of that guy, that Atletico Madrid guy, then you could probably have, given the penalty, because you can say no. You stamped on him, of course, preventing him from playing the ball. But the ball had left that play entirely. So, I mean, well, giving it, we can all say it's controversial, yes. But giving it is not like it's a terrible mistake. No. The penalty being given is not a terrible mistake. No. But like I said, this shouldn't be a penalty. I mean, the game, the way the game is now, every little thing, they just point to the center of the circle. Back then, stuff that are worth penalty. If this happened outside the box, you can say it's a free kick. Yeah. Okay, just play indirect free kick and we move on. But it's in the box now. It shouldn't be. But yeah, the referee has actually not made a mistake.
I know my stance on this. It's a soft penalty. But to be honest, I think if it's going to be a penalty, it should be a clear penalty. I think Olasalam said he wants to. Oh, who's not Olasalam? Dele, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, watching it back again because I've been rewinding it. That's even serious foul play because he stepped on the guy's ankle. If you watch the other player, if he did not take his leg off and he kept his feet there, he was going to break his ankle.
Yeah.
So if you're saying the touch was maybe like a slight, maybe it is the edge of the boot touches maybe his chin pad. Okay, that one you could say is maybe soft. This guy stamped this guy's leg there now. He missed the ball totally, and his feet was planted on his ankle.
Yeah. To be honest, and then what I see is
the only reason why everybody's talking about this is because of what Madrid has said previous to this.
Yeah. Okay.
We've seen softer penalties given to Vinicius Junior.
No, but for me, I think what I was trying to point out was the fact that, so let's assume that there's this angle I sent to the group. So let's assume that guy controlled the ball. Yeah. And there was that stamp.
Yeah,
it would have been an obvious foul. But but you see that after that contact, the ball already left. In fact, the ball fell to an Atletico Madrid player. Nobody even saw the contact until the replay. And for me, I think it was just the guy stretching out his leg too well. But then I don't think.
But you're in the box. When you do that, you have to either get it or you are in the box.
But like both of them missed the ball. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we'll complain about it if it's given for any other person.
Even now we are saying that defenders should.
I'm seeing the reaction.
No, it was actually a very stupid way to defend from defender. To be honest, it's a very stupid way.
There you go.
So you see that point that you're coming in now. It's going to take us. Not it's taking us back, but I just want to say something because on the last episode when we talked about Madrid are tight at the back, they should get a defender. This is Tchouaméni playing in central defense yet again, and he's showing his inexperience as a defender. Do you think again that if there has been you said what?
Are you sure you want us to go there?
No, I'm just saying that is this another instance of where we can say Madrid should have gotten a defender because a defender will probably not have defended this way, don't you think?
I'm sorry, no, you are wrong, please. No. We've seen defenders make terrible mistake in the box or outside the box.
So nothing about inexperience.
He's a defensive midfielder. For God's sake, no, I don't think so. Anybody can do that. That's trying to, I mean, the ball was coming more like he was expecting the ball to come towards his right side, which is like his front. The ball went to his back. So he had to use his other side, which is the left. And he tried to just, nick the ball. He missed the ball. Of course, both of them missed the ball. And the Atletico Madrid player put his leg there. He stamped on the guy. It's normal football, this thing. It happens everywhere.
I understand you, but I just feel... I
don't think defenders inexperience or anything.
Yeah. I just feel defenders, in terms of movements, you can't coach defensive movements like you coach midfield movements or how to defend. I think they are totally different.
And you guys watched Tchouaméni's reaction after that stamp?
What was he wasn't even looking at
literally knew it was a penalty.
But
his reaction already said it.
But as regards what Lala said, even if he was playing as a DM, he might have been in that position to defend it, but because it's
right. But the defender, if you look at the distance between his feet and the ball was going away from him.
I was actually reacting to Lala saying that because he was not a defender.
This tackle by Tchouaméni is a DM tackle. It's not a defender. It's not a defender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A DM. Caicedo has been in this position so many times for Chelsea. A DM can also be in that position too. It's a ball coming from the wings.
No, I get you. I'm saying the position he's playing in this game, he's playing as a right-sided centre back, right? So you can't say he'll be in this position because he's in this position.
What he's saying is he went the tackle he went in was a DM hard tackle. It's maybe a central defender might not go into it totally and just withdraw his leg. I mean, that don't take out the fact that there are other defenders that would have done it too. But the more experienced one maybe would. A DM tackle is that kind of hard tackle that you go in and I have to win this ball. That's what he's trying to say. You're right. Sasido has done something like this before, and he got the ball.
I think we're a little bit biased. We're only looking for justification to justify what we already have as our intention. I don't think anybody, any footballer, whether you are a centre back, striker, anything, can make this kind of tackle. We've seen it many times from defenders. I think because we already know that, Tchouaméni is a defensive midfielder. He shouldn't have been played as a, as a centre back. Then he made this. Then we can easily say, I said it. Come on, no. This thing can happen.
Why are we biased? Is Madrid Madrid is going to eat here?
I think it's.
Number two. Hold on. Number two, we are talking about how many mistakes has Tchouaméni made this season from that position. How many mistakes has he made? This is not his full penalty. I don't think this is his first penalty.
Hold on, no problem. Tchouaméni has made so many mistakes, right? No problem. How many mistakes has Sanchez, who is a goalkeeper, that is being used in his position, made?
Look, people make mistakes.
No, I was going to ask him that in a few games Militao played. In a few games Militao played, go and count how many mistakes he made. You don't judge it.
No. I think you're missing the point.
You are the one that you don't understand.
Mistakes. You look at the
last
action
point is based on an agenda. And
maybe
you don't know. It's based on the agenda that last week.
It's not the agenda.
No, I'm serious. Because he wants Madrid to abort a defender.
No, okay, fine. It's a point I'm trying to make. I'm saying, no, forget this.
Lala, what all these things they say now, if that was, let's switch the position, that was Casemiro there, Man U used as there. This same show them will blame the coach that why is he playing him there?
No. That's a lie.
Casemiro has played center back many times.
You actually came here saying
we don't
the coach used a left wing back on the right side. Which Lala made the point that he has been using this.
Yeah, but that's in Portuguese league now. What are you talking about? We've used Casemiro as a centre back several times.
They didn't play Champions League.
We use
Portuguese league. They didn't play Champions
League.
Okay, guys, let's make the points one by one. All I was trying to say is when you play players in position that they're not, it's not their comfort zone, you would expect this sort of things to happen, especially a DM who is known to be a hard tackling DM. It would make this sort of rash tackles because he's not a center defender. That's one. It's like expecting a winger to go into the striking position and be effective as a striker. There are some things that you do that normally you would do as a winger that you should be doing as a striker. You won't be able to do it. The same way Nkunku is playing as a striker and he's not making runs, he's not doing his duties as a striker. It's the point I'm trying to make. At least DM is DM Suma.
The reason that discussion does not hold water is the fact that normally now let's assume that a team is down to 10 players. Who drops into centre back when for the time being? If your defender is injured, who drops into the centre back position?
No. You know why this doesn't hold water? Because the position he has taken here is as a result of him being the right centre back. Watch the defensive line, the 4-man defense of Madrid in this.
This guy has played this position more than 15 times this season.
It doesn't make him a perfect. He's playing there out of not that because that's his main position. He's playing there because they are short. They're just trying to put somebody there with the profile. He's been saying he doesn't want to be a defender, but the coach insists that he has the profile of a central defender, and this I think is as a result of him not being the profile. He's not interested. That's not what suits his game.
Yeah, but if Rudiger comes back from injury tomorrow now, he's still going to partner.
That's why, that's why I said you guys are a little bit biased, confirmation bias, because you have all this information and you feel, because he has made just one mistake. It is because
no, it's not one mistake he has made.
No, people make mistakes. Casemiro has caused a lot of. People make mistakes. This particular tackle, anybody, any footballer can make it. It's not that we've seen worse tackles made by central backs and they cause penalties. It's not a big deal. Don't let us say because he shouldn't have been a centre back. No. If this was caused by a centre back, are we going to be having this discussion? It's not. I don't
Do you
get
do
it.
you agree? Do you agree that players have different tackling skills, clearance skills, movement, and everything depending on your position? You move differently. You approach things differently. Do you agree to that fact?
Yes. However,
But didn't Ten Hag even use
when people are being played in a position, these are professionals. Don't forget. I mean, we literally use what's that guy that Dele used to throw me with. We use him as a left back. See, Giggs play left back
Who's that?
at some point. That guy, what's that midfielder you used to throw me with? That is now in Galatasaray, Fenerbahce. Dele, that we Amrabat, yeah.
Right.
He played left
Amrabat,
back
okay.
when we had no option.
So was he good there? Was he good there?
He
Was he good in
managed,
left
and
back?
it didn't cost the team. There was no
Didn't you
penalty.
complain about him playing there?
Who complained? We didn't have a choice. We had 3
You?
backs. In fact, now you gonna they complain say they play there. Yes, now you.
But
Make I go
Lala,
give
Wale, Lala and Dele, the point that you guys don't understand. It's not
Anybody
like
can
the
make
coach has
mistakes.
options and he's using
Exactly.
Abi,
No, that we're not saying they have
Is it-
options now. We understand they
You
don't
know,
have
like I
options.
was
They don't
saying
have
about
option.
Tottenham's
Shebi,
coach the
Papa
other
will
time.
just finish.
This is when you know a good coach. When you have luxury of options, anybody can pick. Any coach can do that. When you have all your best players fit, you can win. But what makes a good coach is how can you get through this process? Okay, your left back is injured, your center back is injured. How can
Guardiola is going through the same process with injuries now. So what's the excuse for him?
But
Is
they
he
are
not a
not
good
giving him the
coach?
same slack.
Is he not a good
He's a
coach?
How many
but yes,
injuries does Guardiola have?
no, but to be
So
honest,
he's had more injury problems this season.
How many?
Any
How
other
many?
season.
Please tell me. Alan, is he injured?
no.
Haaland is not injured. Haaland is
Hold
not
on,
that
hold
injured.
on,
They have
hold on. Rico
defensive
Lewis,
issues.
is he injured?
No, he's not
Okay.
injured. But
Who else
is
again?
it like that?
Who is
Kovacic
injured?
injured.
Silva.
The whole back line of
They've
Madrid
had-
is injured. The whole back line. And yes, we are complaining. Tottenham played Archie Gray. He's attacking midfielder or midfielder as centre back.
And is he not
times.
making exactly? See, that's even
Hold
the
on.
perfect.
Against,
That's
hold on. Against Liverpool, they beat Liverpool. I mean, Man City. They beat Liverpool, Man City 4-0 with that Archie Gray.
Mm-hmm.
But you did not say anything.
Archie Gray, is he a
You know
centre
he's centre back now.
But all the
He's a
games he has
midfielder.
played, has
He's
he
a
made
midfielder.
errors?
Tramani has
He's a
played
midfielder.
Hold on.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on. Tramani has played several games. But because of one penalty, you want to judge him. He did not tackle well. He made a mistake. He defensive progress. All those ones that they have been winning. You didn't remember.
We're just pointing out.
Don't use one game. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. Don't use one game to judge him. Don't use one game to point it out.
We'll
Let's
just move on.
because nobody's blaming him. We're just pointing
No
the
problem.
fact
No
that
problem.
It will have made sense.
Yeah.
It will have made more sense if in virtually every game he plays, he made silly errors that shouldn't be made.
Exactly.
But he has made more than three errors.
This is not even an error. We're only
in more than 15 games.
guys.
Should I count?
Guys, this is
the
not
number of
even an
errors
error.
Maguire makes.
Sure. This is
Okay,
not
let me ask.
This is not
Sorry,
an error.
let's just ask one question. Man United, Casemiro is not injured, right?
Yes.
Which other Ford? Yeah, but what's the small boy?
Koila.
Kobe, the other
Koila.
one. No,
Koila.
Koila. Right. Why didn't your coach tried using Kobe Meno as a striker? Didn't you people complain?
Okay, that's even a good point. Kobe Menu is playing
Did you
other
complain or
forwards.
you did not complain?
Is that
Hold on.
is a professional now? According to Show.
Is he not a professional?
Now hold on.
Did you complain or you did not complain?
But you guys always bring different context.
Did somebody go and play as a striker?
No, is he effective?
But usually
there?
bring different
Is he
context.
effective there?
Zeski was.
No, you are
and
missing the
Højlund
point.
were
The
there.
effectiveness is what we are
Do
saying.
you know?
I'm not saying he's striker or defense.
Do you know how ridiculous this thing is? You are using Kobe Mino, who has just been used as a striker in one match, with Chouameni, who has played centre back for over 15 games. Abba, this is bias and it's clear.
So does that make him a professional there as a centre
No,
back?
these are different issues. These are different issues now. This particular game you're talking about, Højlund and Zeski were on the bench.
Abby, they were there.
No, but
Okay. Sorry. Maybe let's change it. Leave Kobe Meno out. There was a time Ten Hag used what's his name? Casemiro as a centre half. Casemiro as centre half that was making mistakes. Did Man U fans not complain about it? Casemiro also played centre half. Hold on. He also played centre half at Madrid. Hold on.
There is no period.
Casemiro also played centre half at Madrid.
There is no.
People were complaining that Maguire was on the
Sure. Let him land, then you
So
respond.
hold on now.
All right, go ahead.
People were then he had issues with Maguire. I remember even that one Biola used to watch, that Bago break, was saying, why would you have a center half on the bench? Because you're having issues with him. You are now using Casemiro as center half. Are we saying Casemiro did not play center half in Madrid?
All right, good. Then
But you left the natural center. You left the natural center back
then
to play a DM.
God bless you.
We're not blaming
Now hold on.
Tchouaméni.
No,
What we are only saying,
you did actually.
maybe hold on now.
Okay.
guys-
Dele,
Let's-
let's so they can respond and we'll move on.
We're not blaming Tchouaméni. What we are saying is, maybe sometimes you have youth. He has Asensio, right? Maybe
He played
maybe that's what
alongside
Asensio
Asensio.
needs. This run of games, you have a natural center half.
No, he played alongside Asensio. Dele, he played against Asensio with Asensio in the.
So who is any other youth?
Exactly. This is
No,
what, so
they
you
don't.
so you don't even get the point since he
He
doesn't have
doesn't know the
options.
context. That's the issue.
Okay, but
They
guys,
don't have
just wait.
options.
All I was pointing out.
It's different from
No,
people who had option and tried to
nobody is blaming.
experiment.
No,
Trying to
I'm the one who made
experiment.
that
They don't
point.
have
And what
option at all.
all I was trying to say.
Is it not better for you to
Sure,
use
all I
Mendy
was trying
as
to
a
say
left
was
as a defender than what's it? You say you don't have options, but I went to their bench now. I
that's not
see
even
Mendy
the point.
on the bench.
That's not even the point. Wait, Dele, wait, Dele. That's not even the point. The point was this sort of tackle that Tchouaméni made. All I said was it looks like a DM tackle, because if there was an experienced centre back there, he would not go into a tackle like that. That's all I said.
Good.
And that's what I'm not like I'm blaming them
We're
for
not
playing
blaming
there.
him.
They don't have a choice. I
Blaming him
understand
for the
you.
tackle.
Good. Should I show you silly tackles that Sergio Ramos had made and cost penalties? Come on. Anybody can make.
Sure. Is that a DM tackle or not? Nobody is saying.
It is not a DM
does
tackle.
it look like a
Anybody
DM
can
tackle
make
or not?
such. Anybody can
All
make
right,
such tackles.
Let's move it on. No problem. And that's that with La Liga. Madrid derby ended 1-1. And what's his name? Ancelotti again had his first referee against him this season. Real Madrid had their first penalty against them this season, which I find weird. They've had 10 penalties this season, and this is the first one against them. If anything, I think they should just, allow it and move on. We're going to move on to the next topic of the agenda. We're meant to discuss this last week. It's Osimhen versus Isak. Now, sometime last week on the Nigerian pod, people were discussing who was a better striker, and people had different thoughts about it. Of course, we are Nigerians. All of us are Nigerians here. I don't know if you guys are going to go the patriotic way or you're going to go with, non-biased way. Who do you think is a better striker in Osimhen and Isak? I'm going to start with Show. Tell us what your pick is, and in a minute, why you think is a better striker. Show. Okay, I'm going to move on to Dele. Dele, who do you think is your pick? Who's a better striker, and why do you think they are the better striker in a minute?
I think I'll go for Osimhen. That is a better striker. He has more goals.
Why?
The record shows it. Wherever he has gone, he's scored. Isak, I think he's only having a really
More goals?
Huh?
Did you say more goals?
Yeah, he got more goals overall.
I don't think so.
Go ahead. I mean, I have the record in front of me right here. You want me to call it for you?
More overall goals.
Overall
right?
goals, yes. When they played together, both with countryside, with under 17 and 19, and both with relative. Okay, let's even go with what you guys say now. Relative to the appearance. And number two,
so are you saying as a striker, this is what set them apart?
No.
What
I'm
makes
just
one
trying
better
to
than the
say
other?
the reason why I choose Osimhen.
Your points.
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Number two, I would say, people will tend to go more with Isak because EPL, everybody watches EPL. You see him week in, week out. There's a week, yes, he's on a run of 20 games on fire streak or something like that. But, maybe because we don't watch Osimhen that much. Osimhen in Napoli was fire as well. And another point I always say, sometimes, I might be wrong, sometimes it's easier. There's no, what's that word now? When you're playing for a small team, the expectation is not that. I don't say Newcastle is really, really small, but I mean, in comparison to the top team, the expectations are not that great or not that much. It's like we saying we put in substitute Jackson and put him in Newcastle. I think he will still score, but nobody's going to check how many he's losing because the expectation is not that much. So I want Isak to go to a big team and replicate it. Osimhen has gone to Napoli, even we say Lille is still whatever. He went to Napoli, he won the league for Napoli, which we all knew that Napoli has not won the league in God knows how many years. I think that's enough point for me to feel Osimhen is way better than, maybe not way better, but slightly edge above Isak.
Okay, so I want to go with OPK now. OPK, you feel what's your pick, and why do you think is a better, whoever your pick is, why do you think is a better striker?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody that watches football knows that Isak is a better striker, especially right now. He's a better striker. Maybe at the back of Napoli's, what's it called, Serie A win, maybe Osimhen was better then. But for the fact that Osimhen is playing in Galatasaray right now, and Dele said he has more goals, I don't think that's not correct. They are both on 131 career goals. Yeah, but maybe in terms of games played. But then Isak is better. They also have one club career trophies to like within them. Osimhen has won Serie A. What's it called? Isak has also won one Copa del Rey with Real Sociedad. But if you look at the general style of play, the way you kick the ball, Osimhen misses chances a lot for a striker. He misses the easier ones, then scores the other one. But then what I can say in perspective is the fact that maybe it depends on their team. If you are going to put a team whereby you want to be crossing the ball, right?
Yeah.
And you'll be needing the area presence, yeah, maybe Osimhen, you can prefer Osimhen. Anything other than that, Isak is the perfect striker for any team. I think so. Yeah, maybe not that much.
Okay, I'm going to go to B Holler now.
There are two different styles of strikers. There are two different types. One is more of a target man, and the other is like all-round player. Can play everywhere in the front. So for me, I like my strikers being very, very, very flexible. They can play anywhere. So I prefer Isak over Osimhen. You know, he can play on the left, can play on the right, can play as a striker. But Osimhen basically plays as a striker. It's more like a target man for me. So I'll choose Isak. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's valid too. Isak is, I think, is more flexible. I'm just the host. My thoughts don't matter. Sure, are you there? What's your pick?
Yeah, okay, so I'll pick Isak. They are not so far apart. And the only reason why I'll pick Isak is, one, Isak is the more technical person here amongst the two. Of course, they are both goal scorers and they scored reasonable amount of goals. Not that the goal difference between them is that high. So yeah, I'll now lean towards the technical and the Premier League proven one. You know, so that's basically why I'm picking Isak. But another downside to it is Osimhen has faced actual pressure. I mean, in Napoli, you know, won the league and all. Isak has not actually faced that. If he should go some 10 games without goals, of course, his fan base will still be clapping for him. If he moved to Chelsea or Man U or Arsenal or Man City, they're not going to clap that kind of clap for you. Journalists will tear you apart, you know. Can he withstand that kind of pressure and stuff? But personally, I'll still lean towards Isak. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just a little bit more on this discussion. Now, I want us to maybe put it to a poll in terms of ability. What makes a good striker? You all agree that heading ability is important for a striker. I'm going all round. I'm just going to start with heading ability. Do you believe? Who do you believe have the better heading ability? Osimhen and Isak. Everyone just say it.
Osimhen.
Don't wait for anybody. Just say it.
Osimhen, I think that's the only way he edges it.
It's Osimhen now.
Osimhen. Okay. Who has better ball striking ability?
Isak by a landmark.
Isak.
So, okay, Isak has better ball striking. Who has better positional awareness?
Isak.
Still Isak.
I think Osimhen.
I'll say Osimhen. Sorry.
Now,
I think Osimhen.
let me give you an instance.
No, sure. No, May no longer. Yeah.
No.
Okay, who's more physical? Who can win? Who's more physical in duels?
Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Okay. Who is a better dribbler?
Isak.
It's
not Isak.
Ball control?
Isak.
Okay. Am I missing any other attributes? Don't think I missed any.
Conversion rate now.
Conversion.
Isak.
Okay. Who misses more? Who misses more big chances?
Osimhen, definitely.
I don't
Who
think
misses more
I don't think
chances?
we can judge with that. For me, I don't think we're judged with that.
Okay. Let's say who's more clinical.
Isak.
I don't know. I think it's harsh for you to. The reason I
Isak
say
for me.
it's harsh
Totality.
because number one, I mean, the reason I say it's harsh is when Osimhen was playing.
Maybe no log. Maybe no log this thing. No,
Oh, yeah.
just answer I want here. Yeah.
I think it's
So just
Osimhen.
Osimhen and who's okay. All right. So that's it for that discussion. So guys, if you listen up to this moment and you feel any different about this conversation, please feel free to leave a comment and we'll be reading them in the next spot. Osimhen versus Isak. They're very similar in terms of goals scored in their careers and similar in in appearances as well. And the guys have been able to, put in one or two and, said who they prefer. We're going to move on to another exciting part of the pod, which is the trivia section. Now, the trivia section, we have Opeyinka, who is leading. He has 6 points. Can somebody clap for Opeyinka, please? Or Nago hit on now.
They no go clap. They no go clap.
So this is the first time Biola is on the pod till the end. So Biola, this is the Truth and Banter trivia, and basically it is for us to the end of the season. I'm going to be asking 5 questions. And somebody left out. Okay. They joined somewhere else. So I'm going to be asking 5 questions. Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody, make sure you are not on mute and say you they talk and we no hear you. 5 questions. First to answer gets 1 point, right? I know they hear typing on computer already. So, okay. Right. First question. Which two teams played the 2005-2006 Champions League final?
Bayer Leverkusen.
Man U, Chelsea.
Bayer Leverkusen, Madrid.
No.
No, is it Porto? Okay, no, sorry.
Chelsea, Bayern.
2005-2006. It was played in 2006.
Liverpool, AC Milan.
No.
Liverpool, AC Milan.
Is that not
Alright.
back?
I was going to say I'm going to
Move on that question.
Yeah,
People
people
don't
don't
check
check
and
and
move on that
so I'm going
question.
to
No. It's not back.
Move on.
It's Arsenal backup, but I'm going to cancel it because
Why?
it ran for longer and people had enough time to check it. So
No, but I was the one that said it now.
yeah, I cannot trust that you did not check it.
No. I don't check.
So that question is gone. 4 more questions, right? How many? I don't hear kiki for there.
No, not my bio.
Okay.
Big guy, sir.
Are you speaking?
No, I'm checking the question. Sorry. Who has the most assists in the Champions League all time?
Messi.
Incorrect.
Ronaldo?
Yes, Ronaldo show has 1 point. All right. Congratulations on that. Next question. Not fine. Let me just type show 1 so that I don't miss it.
We didn't want to be a millionaire.
This is who has, if you mention any of the 3, it's fine. Who has the most red cards in the Champions League?
Sergio Ramos.
Pepe.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Who said Ramos first? Who was
Ramos, I
first?
said
That was
Pepe
Olasana,
first. That's
right?
2 points for me.
No, it's not even Pepe. It's Ramos, David, or Ibrahimovic.
I said Ramos. I
It's
said
going
Ramos
to be. So Olasalam gets
I'm
that.
just for come with it. Oshie.
Bro, I mean that now.
Okay, who has played the most matches in the Champions League and how many games?
Ronaldo.
And how many? Oh,
I need the 2 answers.
I think that people don't go check off.
I wanted how many?
Okay, I'll go with 1. Who said Ronaldo
Biola,
first? Who said
Biola,
Ronaldo
I
first?
said Ronaldo first.
Biola.
No, I think that
Biola. Now Biola. Now me talk am.
Nabi talk am 1
Madbele,
point.
Omo, Arsenal fans,
So
they
last
comment, they
question.
cancel am. Our own safe, no brilliant.
Who was the highest goal scorer in the Champions League in the season 2019-2020?
Messi.
Incorrect.
Lewandowski.
Correct.
No, okay,
So
our own
B
safe, no brilliant.
get 2 points. B will just enter
Wait,
point
now
1
you
time.
talk now.
That B now. You don't get 2 points. You don't get 2 points. So that's the trivia, guys. Okpenga did not get a point. B had 2 points. Olasalam had 1 point and 1 question did not go
Now
to
my answer be
anyone.
that.
So this is
When I
maybe
cancel my answer.
Show point in call, show fagboni.
Oh, what did you? Wait, sure, you get 1 point.
Yeah, he gets now.
Yes.
Okay, Olasalam get 1 point. So I did I ask 6 questions then?
5.
I have
No,
two
now
points.
beat
You have 4.
5.
So one.
B2, show 1, Alasalam 1, and 1 was cancelled.
Okay, Olasalam 1. Okay. Yeah, that's 4. So that brings us to
When I'm sure they didn't know go
what
relegate.
we said. They still get 1 point now. They didn't get 1 point. So
One is
now
zero.
one is never get a point.
Papi is
Yeah.
zero. How you go
Kodo
be this?
But
and Toby. Yeah. So this brings us to the end of the pod. It's been a nice conversation. We spent an hour discussing all the trending topics. Guys, if you agree or disagree with anyone on the pod, please feel free to leave a comment in on Spotify or on YouTube, and we'll read them off. We'll read them up when we are up next. It's been fun. Follow us on our social media, Truth and Banter on Spotify, on YouTube, on X. If you have any agenda you want to send, please tweet at us and would, consider, or maybe we will discuss it on the pod and flesh it out. So thank you all for coming up. Thank you to all my guests, Judas, Mr. Show, Biola, OPK, and Tebas. Thank you all for coming to the pod. See you all later.